What's up, my little goblins? Welcome back to my channel. It's Remy, and today, if you can't tell by the title or this view, we are going to be reorganizing or organizing my bookshelf. Not reorganizing, because this is the first time these books are going to be on this shelf. If you remember from all of my other videos, this was not set up because I did not have the pegs for the shelving part. But I went to Home Depot today and got the smallest pegs that they had, and it still didn't fit. I had to force them to fit. So here we are. My floor is kind of at a slant, so my special edition I have up here of Love and Other Words always falls over, and actually it fell off and kind of ruined it a little bit. My friend Val, who bookbinds, told me that I could just glue it back, and she told me what glue I should buy and everything, so I'm hoping to do that soon and fix some other books I have. So I want to try and face it outward like this on here between books so it doesn't fall forward and fall off of the shelf. But what I think I'm gonna do, my game plan, is to put my spiritual books at the bottom right here. Oh, I need to clean it first. All of my spiritual books should fit at the bottom. And then if I have space left over, I could put like my TBR, like the books I have on my TBR at the bottom. And then up here I can put my favorite books. It's a pretty deep bookshelf. So, honestly, if I needed to, I could put books in front of each other, but I don't really want to do that because this is the only bookshelf I own. I was actually given this bookshelf. I have not been able to buy bookshelves, so we're just kind of fit and see what fits where. But I want to put my favorite ones up here, and then the rest, I guess, here. I want to try and keep romance together and fantasy together, so we'll see how that works. I do want to kind of do it by genre and keep all the authors that are the same together and stuff like that, so I'm gonna have to organize everything and then we'll see how it fits on the shelf. So I think you can see this part. This is where my books normally are, so yeah, I'm gonna try and fit them all right here and see what we're working with. Books are not going to fit on here. The problem is, what should I put on the bookshelf and leave on the side? That's the real problem, because these are all my TBR books, which I didn't realize I had so many, but apparently I do. Because every time I looked at my bookshelf, I was like, yeah, I've read all of those. Except for like 5. That's where my brain went every time I looked at all the books that I had. But honestly, all the ones that are on the shelf currently are all books that I have read. So, except for the bottom shelf. Well, some on the bottom shelf I've read. Most of them are nonfiction spiritual books that I haven't gotten to, which I need to make time for. But regardless, the ones on the top 2, hey, sir. The cat was grabbing my foot. These 2 shelves I've read. Look at all of my romance books together, though, and tell me that doesn't look gorgeous. I will give you guys a full official book tour once I'm done doing this, but all of my Addicted / Calloway Sister series books together, and I just got Thrive. Guys, I'm finishing this series this year. It is my goal, and it will be happening, and all of them will be on the shelf. You know, I really loved the 7-Year Slip, but I never think about that book anymore. Like, I gave it a 5-star, and I really liked the premise, I really liked the story, but I don't think about that book ever, and then I see it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I read that. Maybe I should bump the rating down. I used to want to get a tattoo for that book. You know, maybe it's good to marinate on things. Anyway, I'm going to use the bathroom, and then I'm going to figure out where I'm going to put all the rest of these books, and then we'll do the tour. We'll do the tour. Yeah. Okay, starting with the top shelf is my romance. We have all my Emily Henry. We have my Alicia Thompson. We have Magnolia Parks. We have some randoms. We have my Christina Lauren right here. And then we have my Addicted / Calloway Sister series. Some more random romances. And then we go to fantasy and random series, because this is not fantasy. But we have Serpent and Dove trilogy, which I just finished. And then we have these 2. I'm waiting for the 3rd book to come out. And then we have the Inheritance Games trilogy, which is a mystery thriller YA. It is not a fantasy. And then we have these fantasies. We have My Beloved Prized Possession, the ACOTAR series. We have, these are some literary fiction books, some historical fiction, and then we have some more fantasy right here. I want to get bigger bookshelves because all of my books didn't fit on here, so I'm going to reorganize it better by genre. But anyway, we have more of my fantasy right here. These are all my to be read fantasy, and then one little horror thriller right here. And then we have all of my spiritual books. My camera's about to die, so I'm trying to do this fast. We have all of my spiritual books, and then some randoms right here. And then Stephen King and Matthew Perry's memoir. Yes. Yes, great. They're not in any order except for like size, because I want to put the biggest ones on the bottom. But so this was a last minute video, and my outro was honestly awful, and I'd rather put you guys through potato looking quality rather than potato sounding audio, because my AC is working its little booty off because it is getting really hot, and our AC was actually just broken. So when I recorded this today, the AC was booming, and I did not use my microphone, and it was unbearable to listen to while I was editing. So I'm sure it would be unbearable to listen to while you're watching, so I will not put you through that. You're welcome. This is my outro. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Like, comment, subscribe, all those YouTube things you know how to do. How do you organize your bookshelf? Do you do it by color? Do you do it by genre? Do you do it by author? Do you do it alphabetically? Do you do it numerically? I don't know how you do it numerically, unless you came up with like some Dewey Decimal System for your own personal library. Which, if you do, let me know in the comments. You know, yeah. Subscribe if you love my face. If you love my energy, subscribe. And I'll see you guys when I see ya. Bye.